It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And tip-off approaching, but in the meantime, let's discuss post play. Shaq, you are a dominant post scorer. Duh. Who do you think are the top post scorers in the NBA right now?
Well, one, DeMarcus Cousins, 25-13, can go inside and go outside. He's a little frantic at times, but he's up there. Zach Randolph, he's got great feet work, nice soft touch. Big Al Jefferson, a.k.a. Baby Fundamentals. He does everything with his right hand, so he's so good. That's all he needs. And Brook Lopez, nice size, nice touch, and nice feet work, too. I know you say feet work is not a word, but you can't do nothing with footwork. You need both feet. So, Dr. O'Neal, name it, feet work, put it in the dictionary, shut it up.
Okay. Well, you know what? The guy who reminds me of Shaq a little bit, Nikola
Pekovic.
Yes.
Stop it.
He does, man. He's got some of
your mind.
He overpowers guys.
Stop it.
I mean, it's like a little version
Cut it
of
out.
Okay, all right.
Send it to Kevin for a body slam this guy.
I was reaching, man.
Jeez.
I had the Kevin Durant arms on that. I was reaching.
All right.
Tim Duncan's got to be in that conversation.
Oh, Dwight Howard, Blake Griffin, good guys. That overpower people. We're talking about.
My bad.
I apologize.
Just
overpowering.
No, but I already said the top centers in the league.
I'm just saying about overpowering.
Answer the question, man.
Okay, my bad.
Time to go down to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call. Kev?
Nikola.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. It's Western Conference against the Eastern Conference here in Minnesota, where the Timberwolves will try to protect home court. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games.
And this is the first of two games between the two, East versus West, so they don't see a whole lot of one another.
Yeah, and Greg, for me, that just raises the intrigue level. Some matchups we don't get to see that often, so I'll be watching this one closely.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Parker out there with Wilkins. And there's Bottoms. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Bledsoe in at the 3 spot. Now here's Wiggins. Garnett with the screen for Wiggins. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, guys, in the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game-time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was second in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Screened by Russell. And a wide open look here for Wiggins, and it comes off the front of the rim.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And here is Muhammad. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver. There's the pick. And stolen by Aldridge. Pass to Bledsoe. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
Russell dishes to Towns. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Russell against Parker. Aldridge with a screen on Russell. Parker drives in. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
This is his first free throw of the game.
All right now, gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
And the first one drops. And Parker drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Russell passes to Wiggins. Back to Russell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Russell against Parker. Here's Bottoms. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Wizards in Washington. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up. And another miss by Cleveland.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Flip Saunders. And Doris, what'd you find out?
He talked about the respect he has for the game of LaMarcus Aldridge and how tough it will be for them to slow him down, saying Aldridge is tough because he can score facing up or with his back to the basket. And with his length, it's tough to bother his shot. We'll look to deny him the ball when we can and just try to make it as hard as possible every touch. Kevin will see how successful they are.
Thanks again, Doris. There's Bottoms after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. And he gets it to go. Bottoms got his first 2 points of the night. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Wizards in Washington.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. Seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the 3 by Minnesota. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. He feeds it to Aldridge. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Timberwolves trail. Russell kicks to Wiggins. Garnett dishes to Russell. Garnett the pass to Wiggins. Timberwolves passing it around. Russell against Parker. The drive by Russell. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Wilcox kicks to Bledsoe. To the left side wing. Madison the pass to Wilcox. Bledsoe outside. Just 5 to shoot. That's good. Bledsoe's got 5.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Towns sets the pick for Russell. They set the screen. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now, here's Aldridge. 9 points last game out. Here's Madison. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Pass to Towns. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Kicks it to Wilcox. There's a screen. Back to Parker. Takes a 3. That's good. Parker's got 5 now.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Timberwolves trail by 3. To the middle. It's deflected. Here's Russell. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Bledsoe kicks to Parker. The kick out to Aldridge. For the three. Another three for Cleveland.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Minnesota. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Cleveland. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside, Russell. Pekovic with a screen. Russell kicks to Pekovic. Here's Muhammad. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. The Cavaliers leading by 4. There was a time when the media had written off Shabazz Muhammad as an impact player he showed last year. He belongs in this NBA.
Yeah, certainly did. I mean, he improved in every facet of the game, and sometimes we tend to write guys off a little too soon, Kevin. The media in general, not you in particular. He's been a big-time performer for the Wolves.
Timberwolves have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And Wiggins throws it down.
And that's not supposed to happen. Come on now. You're not supposed to throw an alley-oop from that kind of distance. Come on.
And then Clark to dunk it with authority.
But how about the communication, guys? I got a feeling that's something they may have tried in practice.
Here's Aldridge following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Here's Wilcox. Can't capitalize on the good pick.
And for Muhammad, it's weird that so many fans had given up on a player just after his rookie season. I mean, he's vindicated anyone who stuck with him after his slow rookie start. And for Muhammad, a lot of it had to do with the hype he got in college, coupled with his age situation. So when he struggled, people were too quick to write him off. But he has showed he can ball.
First free throw is good. There may be some questions for a while about D'Angelo Russell. People will guess which position he's best at in the NBA. You and I saw him firsthand playing for the Bucks. I mean, he is a terrific talent.
Yeah, he really is. I think he's an old-school guard, Kevin. He can play with the ball and be effective, or he can play off the ball. He's got a really bright future. Loved watching him play and grow as a one-year college guy at Ohio State.
And guys, one thing that stands out to me about Russell is how good he is at certain NBA plays. Very strong in the pick and roll already. Knows how to attack with contact. Great vision, and he can also shoot the basketball.
Stops. Pops. The offensive rebound. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. And it's Dellavedova missing for Minnesota. They've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. They now take the lead. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here is Jack. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
You can say this just about every prospect, but I think with Russell, he'll need some time to adjust. He has the raw skill to play multiple spots on the floor, but each position has a nuance to it that he'll need some time to learn.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Moore's checked in. Rubio dishes to Jang. Jang with a screen on Jack. And it's Moore penetrating. The teardrop falls in. And it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Jack against Rubio. Trying to get back on track. And the layup by Jack. Jack's got his first 2 points.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And Pekovic kicks to Wiggins. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Very strong start to the career last year of Andrew Wiggins out of Kansas. Just 1 year with the Jayhawks. Came out strong early on. And Clarkie never slowed down.
Yeah, found his stride early and just kept strutting his stuff right to the tune of Rookie of the Year.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Wiggins.
Well, Wiggins won the Roy last year, and really deservedly so. He was the early favorite to win it, led all rookies in scoring, and wasn't really close. Put up almost 17 points per game, and he shot the ball from the perimeter far better than most thought he would.
And both free throws good for Wiggins.
You know, for Wiggins, he was also the rookie leader in minutes played. He quickly became the go-to player for the Wolves, and no other rookie carried as much offensive responsibility as did Wiggins.
Now here is Jack. Dishes it to Moniunas. Elevate over from outside. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Oh, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
Jang, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Now here's Johnson. 11 points for him in that last game against Washington. Shot clock at 6. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
And he makes the first. Bielitsa, who's checked in for Wiggins. And so he hits both. Here's Rubio. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming.
Now here's Rubio. Can't make good off the pick.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Here's Dellavedova. 5 points in the game. Jack inside the line, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Pekovic. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew on.
Here's Dellavedova. Following the basket by Nikola Pekovic. Dellavedova, the pass to Moniunas. Clock at 6. Lets it fly. They get it back. Here's Varejao, and stolen by Jang. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Timberwolves have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
What's up?
Jack with it. The pass to Montejunas. Picked by Varejao. From deep. Montejunas, no luck.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live it.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, you can work for a better shot than that.
Well played right there. I mean, there's no question who has the momentum.
Greg, the lead appears to be heading north, if you will.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 8. We've got more in store for you right after this. And Cavs head coach David Blatt beginning his NBA career after a long and illustrious career coaching over in Europe. He talked about the difference coaching abroad.
There's just a lot more practice time. And when the games come, you're still playing 2, maximum 3 times a week. You know, here you could be playing 4 or 5 times a week, and your practice time is going to be limited, and your ability to change things is going to be limited. You know, adjustments can and will be made and should be made, but you got to be a lot more pointed.
And Blatt, one of the most successful American coaches in European basketball history, Clark, and he's done a great job in his first season with the Cavaliers in the NBA, but nothing he did overseas certainly can compare to this.
And, you know, that's why, Kevin, people always talk about it in terms of being a marathon and not a sprint. And there's nothing that compares to the NBA grind. Nothing is comparable to it.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Easy breezy out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Parker, and there's Bottoms, and it's Wilcox in at the shooting guard position.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Now Parker. A 14-point game for him in the win against Washington. Here's Madison. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Rubio with it. He's picked up by Parker, and Rubio kicks to Russell. Again, Russell missing. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And stolen by Russell. One-on-one fast break. Rubio dishes to Muhammad. Back to Rubio. Cannot hit. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
Well, I tell you what, Ricky Rubio has everything you want out of a player except one thing. He has to learn to shoot it better. Rubio can defend, he can pass, he can lead a team, but until he becomes a better shooter, I think he's going to short-circuit his potential.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
It's tipped. Here's Russell. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now. And back to Ricky Rubio for a moment, who certainly is at the hub of what this team does averaging over 8 assists a game for his career through last season. If he can stay healthy, gain some weight, this is a guy to watch.
It really is. And listen, they're also built now for him because they got those great athletic wings. And if he can shoot it a little bit better, I mean, I think he's going to have more opportunities to spread the floor and drive and make plays. And for his first 4 seasons in the league, never hit over 38%. That's not going to get it done at the highest level.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Kevin Garnett is checked in for the Timberwolves. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Ricky Rubio. Now here's Parker. He has 5. There's a good screen, and there's the feed to Wilcox. He kicks it to Aldridge. 5 to shoot. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Aldridge has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Here's Russell. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Aldridge.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Russell passes to Muhammad. Towns kicks to Russell. Bledsoe against Wiggins. Makes it off the glass. Wiggins has got 8 points.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Now here's Parker, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Cavaliers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
You know, for so long, the NBA has had 12-minute quarters. In last year's preseason, they began experimenting with the 10-minute quarters. Players seem to like it, but it would be a huge change philosophically in terms of how the game is played.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And Clark, with the 10-minute quarters, the players felt like they were fresher during the game. Still, removing 8 minutes from an NBA game does have huge consequences.
Well, we must remember it's being experimented with right now, so keep that in mind. They also talked about shortening the preseason and doing other things to keep players fresher during the year. I like the thought process. Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Here's Parker following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And good on the basket. Book it.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Now here's Garnett. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Parker outside. Feeds to Wilcox. There's the pick. Passes to Aldridge. Puts up the baby hook. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
The 2 that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
Gorgie Dang's checked in for Towns. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
The defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
Here is Bledsoe following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. And it's Bledsoe off the drive, and that one's good.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Here's Russell. That's tipped. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go.
Well, it's been a good game tonight for Bledsoe. 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
The Cavaliers have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Bledsoe. And he can't hit the second. You look at Gorgie Jang and his development in the league out of Louisville. What a big jump for him last season.
And that's a great point. That first year, you could tell the game was a little too fast and he was a bit overwhelmed, but started to get more and more minutes throughout the season and really blossomed with the extra opportunity.
And that one's good.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
A different look now for Cleveland. Montejunas is checked in for Aldridge. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Parker. Minnesota leading by 3. Russell kicks to Jang. The dish to Wiggins. Jang a screen. Wiggins drives in. Outside Russell. Shot clock at 6. Back to Wiggins. Fires the 3. Bledsoe with the rebound. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Montejunas dishes to Bledsoe. No good. That would have tied it. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. The drive by Russell. And he finishes nicely on the way. Russell's got 8 points. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Bledsoe passes to Jack. He dishes it to Wilcox. Bledsoe outside. And there's a call on Shabazz Muhammad. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Minnesota. Anderson Varejau's checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Wilcox. Here's Dellavedova. 5 points in the game. Now here is Verjao. His first shot coming late. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Now here's Wiggins. A 38-point game for him in the win against Denver.
Yeah, and it seemed like he spent about half the game shooting free throws. Credit him for really taking it to the defense.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. And Jack kicks to Eunice. They set the pick. Bledsoe outside. Pick by Verjao. Nice work there coming off the screen. And that's 12 points for Easy Breezy.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Wiggins, that's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
No good from Jack.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Pass to Pekovic. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. And for Gorgui Dieng, an intelligent guy with strong physical attributes, gigantic arm span, but extremely raw skill-wise.
Yeah, his game still needs plenty of polish on both ends of the floor, but I really felt like he took a huge leap last season, and he has the intensity along with that work ethic to continue to grow.
You know, on the topic of Dieng, he did improve in practically every category in year 2. Offensively, though, he still looked a bit mechanical. And on defense, he still went for too many head fakes, but you've got to like his upside.
Some changes here for the Timberwolves. Morris checked in for Shabazz Muhammad, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Russell. And Cleveland with a change here too. Johnson, he's checked in for Easy Breezy. The Cavaliers trail by 7.
And talking about Gorgui Dieng, he recorded 22 points and 21 rebounds in the game his rookie season. Amazingly, it was the first ever 2020 game by a Timberwolves rookie. The Wolves, of course, once home to Kevin Garnett and Kevin Love, so that's pretty good company.
And the rejection by Dieng. And Moore kicks to Rubio. He feeds it to Pekovic. Goes back up. Cavaliers with the rebound.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Johnson's shot is off.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
But they'll get another chance. Second shot opportunity. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Dellavedova.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
They were shooting well early on. I like their spacing. I think they should get back to that.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Pass to Johnson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Cavaliers have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. First free throw is good. Minnesota making a switch here. Bielitsa's checked in. And both free throws good for Dellavedova. 1:43 left in the first half. To the inside. And there's Pekovic. That one's good on the assist by Rubio. And that's now 6 points for Nikola Pekovic. Jack dishes to Dellavedova. And another miss by Cleveland.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And the foul on Jarrett Jack. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Jack against Moore. Rubio the pass to Pekovic. Nice D from Bergeron.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And Jack kicks to Johnson. There's a screen by Modiunas. Johnson can't get it to go.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Here's Jack. Following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Modiunas a screen on Rubio. Jack dishes to Modiunas. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Modiunas has got his first points in this one.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Rubio outside. It's Bielitsa. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Bielitsa's got his second basket of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Dellavedova. He's got 9. There's a screen by Modiunas. Dellavedova, the pass to Modiunas. Misses the 3. Rubio outside. No good on that last second attempt there. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Timberwolves lead by 9. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Ricky, what does it say about this team to have such great productivity from the bench, and what does it do for you guys as a unit?
It's amazing. That means like we have a deep bench, and then a lot of work from the staff, from the everybody of the team, like doing extra work and winning games.
Well done, Ricky. Thank you. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. Andrew Wiggins led the way in the first half. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
Well, they're losing the battle on the boards. And when you're struggling to stay in the game, a few extra rebounds either way can make the difference. Because rebounds equal possessions, and possessions can equal extra points. They need to come out in the second half with the mindset that every rebound is theirs.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.